So this is just purely going to be about how to track and measure your food. So I've got my kitchen scales underneath here. If you're obviously putting a plate on it, zero it out. So put the plate on first before you turn it on, and then once you turn it on, it'll be at zero. So anything you put on the plate is how much it actually weighs, right? So we're zeroed out here. I'm just going to go through one of these really healthy meals that I have nearly every single week. So I have homemade mince burgers. It's literally one ingredient. All it is mince. So I like the regular fat ones. It makes it a little bit more tasty, but I recommend you guys go for the leaner version. So you sort of get more protein, less fat, less calories in total. It's going to be much more beneficial. So with a 500 gram thing of mince, 1/6 of that is 83 grams. So put this on the scales. Yep, perfect, 83 grams. So I'll have 2 of those. So 166 grams of mince. So you put that into MyFitnessPal, or you write it down into your notes or on a piece of paper, send it through to me at the end of the day or tomorrow morning once you've done the whole day done. All right, I'll quickly wash my hands. I know how much my meat weighs now. Now I want about 250 grams worth of potatoes. Now these Charisma potatoes have 25% less carbs, which is less calories in total. Taste exactly the same. Now the way that I do these, 220 grams. So you put that, write it down, send it to me, or put it into MyFitnessPal. I just chop these up, put them into the microwave with a little bit of water for 6 minutes, and then into the air fryer with a little bit of olive oil and some seasoning for another 20 minutes to brown them up and make them crispy. So super, super easy. I've got my potatoes. All I'm gonna do with my mince is smash it on the barbecue, and I'm gonna need a little bit of olive oil. So with the olive oil, you put the plate onto the scale, zero it out again, because it was 60-gram plate, so you zero that out. Then you just add a little bit of olive oil into the plate. All right, that's probably around about how much I'll need for my 2 burgers. That's 8 grams of olive oil. So this is gonna be really high calorie if you don't measure this. This is where you might start to go over or under your macros if you aren't counting them perfectly accurately. So this is 85% fat. Now fat is 9 calories per gram. All right, so 8 grams of this is a shitload of fat, shitload of calories. It's okay. You need to have fats, but just make sure you're not having too much. So I've got my olive oil, my potatoes, and my mince ready. Later on in the challenge, I'll explain that there's certain foods like salads that you probably don't need to weigh all the time. You can almost have unlimited amounts of salads. I'll explain to you that fiber sort of counts out the calories, and it's bugger all. Like salad's mostly carbs, and it might be like 5 to 10 grams of carbs. So wasting the time of weighing every single tomato, red onion, cucumber, it's a little bit of a waste of time. But for this week, make sure you're weighing absolutely everything just so you can practice it. Later on in the day, I'm going to be having a boiled egg for my snack. So I'll zero this out again. My boiled egg is going to weigh 53 grams. So for about a 50-gram egg, it's 7 grams of protein. So super valuable protein snack, boiled eggs, and some blueberries as well. I'll just weigh the punnet because plastic weighs nothing. 100 grams of blueberries, which is going to be mostly carbs, but lots of fiber, so it sort of cancels itself out. That's my snack for later on in the day. Obviously, I'm going to be eating more. Just a quick example of how to track. Put it into MyFitnessPal. That way you will actually learn yourself throughout the next week how much calories, how much fat, protein is in the foods that you normally eat. If you just send it through to me, I'm going to do the exact same thing, but you won't be learning the process, and I'll just have to explain to you at the end anyway. So make sure that you are putting it into MyFitnessPal if you can, if you've got the extra time. It's just a really good tool so you can start to learn what foods are high in calories, what foods are low in calories. This is one of the best things to fix your diet, because you might be thinking that you're reading a package and it's saying, low carb, but they're replacing it with lots of fat to make it taste better, or vice versa. So weigh everything, scan everything. I've even got a barcode on the mincemeat here, so you can scan that with your phone. It's really easy to put into MyFitnessPal. Make sure you ask any other questions if you want to know how to track your food.